Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with Scrap Backwards Monday, and we have a new set of prompts for this the week 2 of Summer Challenge, and I let that be my first guide for picking what I was going to use out of my Scrap Backwards kit. The prompts are to use a square, the color pink, button or flare, ink, and more than 2 photos. So the more than 2 photos prompt led me to this collection of photos. These are the 3 acts that were at the concert last weekend. This was a Steve Miller Band that opened, and you can see that it was still daylight when he was playing. And this is Journey, who was the middle act, and you can see it's beginning to get dark. And then it was Pure D Pitch Dark when Def Leppard came out. So these are the only set of photos that I have printed that qualify for more than 2, because there's 3. So that kind of led me to, I've started looking through my kit, and you'll remember that it's a small kit, has this pad from Pink Paisley, and all of these sticker sheets, and a bag of scraps. So, and I pulled out my flare because of that prompt, and then I've got some ink and other stuff. So I kind of, what caught my eye on this sticker sheet was this. It says, "Life is a journey, enjoy the ride." And since one of the bands was Journey, kind of thought that would be appropriate. And here's a little tag that says, "You are my jam." And so I thought I could maybe add a musical note or something onto that to make that jam have the musical connotation. And I thought I might just go ahead and kill this sticker sheet and use the typewriter, the bicycle, this little flower, and this little flower, and this little bit. It's a vase with a twig in it. And then we'll just kind of pick from all the rest of this. I kind of figured that this sticker sheet might be good. I like that arrow. It has some kind of modern day sorts of things. I was thinking it might have a tiger on here, and it may have, and I may have used it. And I was going to put it up there by Def Leppard, kind of playing off the whole leopard thing, but we'll see where we end up. Let me just get this party started. I'm going to pick a background paper, and it's going to have the color pink in it, I believe that's going to be the case. Ooh, why don't I do this? It's not going to have the color pink in it, but this would be perfect for the fact that it's a concert, and you can kind of see how that works. And then I can add pink in some other form. So I'm going to put that pad away. I'm going to cut the strip off of it, and I'm thinking I may want a strip that those photos would sit on, like a panel. I guess I've been calling them panels lately. So let me look through my scraps and see if I have anything that would work. Let's see. Bag o' scraps. Ooh. First thing up front here is this black and white. I love black and white and yellow. And I've already cut a I'm going to trim that. I've already cut a banner out of that. So let me trim that. And I think it's going to work. I'll trim it as wide as I can without eliminating this. I'm going to put it here. And then I'm thinking I am going to want to mat those photos. Well, I thought I was going to mat the photos, but I don't think I will. When I cut that, my trimmer blade is maybe not as sharp as it should be. So let me distress this to kind of go with the rough edge here, because I'm not going to smooth it out. And then we'll kind of, and I like that there's this, the black and white there. I could mat those. No, the point is they're, well, you know what I could do? I could mat them and have them hanging partly off there. I kind of like that idea. Now, do I want to mat them on patterned paper, like to bring in a kind of soft color? I could back them with this, and let's see, that doesn't match the blue of the bicycle, but it kind of brings in a soft blue, and if I make it thin enough, I can make them work together. So let me do this, and and for those of you who haven't watched my scrap backwards stuff in a while, I always, to kind of show the backwards process and kind of describe it fully, these videos tend to be a little bit longer, and in this case, since we're picking everything out, I'm doing all the cutting on camera, and that kind of also makes things go a little longer. Hopefully I will have enough paper to do the other, otherwise I may piece some stuff together. Okay, there, and let's see if we have enough here. Doesn't go that way, but it'll go this way. Trim that down. And what I think I may do is, out of those scraps, I could cut squares, or I could do this. I can go to this pink paper, and I'm going to cut, looks like I might be able, let me cut a 1.5 inch strip from this. And I'm going to cut as many 1.5 inch squares as I can. That actually doesn't look like it was 1.5 inches. This does. This is not a square. And 1.5. Get that there. Try to do this a little bit faster. I was doing it 1.25, and I almost did it again. Okay, I think I can get one more out of this, and then we're done. And we'll see how that works. Let's see. We do these guys laid out like that, and then maybe do these along here. Maybe I only need 5 of them. And I can kind of embellish on those. So I'm going to put, I think I'm done with papers. I'm going to put the papers there. And I'll save these little bits. Maybe I'll save that. And now let's pick a flare or 2 or however many. How about we line up, these are all like vintage newspaper print, newsprint, and this one is sheet music, and I have 5. I actually have 6, but these 5 will do. Okay, that works for that. I'm liking this, and I'll put that away. Ink. What am I going to do for ink? Maybe I will ink the edges of these pink squares. Let me get my little inker here, and let's do that. That'll kind of set those off, and it definitely satisfies the ink requirement. This year the prompts are kind of organized in such a way that there's a shape, a color, a mixed media element. Last week it was Nuvo drops. This week it's ink. And there's a wild card, which last week was the song title or quote for our layout title. And this week that one is the number of photos, the greater than 2. I'm assuming that means 3 or more. And so if I tend to do one photo layouts. And so if I do that, I will not get that point. I won't claim that point. Okay, now I've done my inking, and I'm going to put this back up here. I have to reach across because I can't use my right arm these days. And now I think I'm going to go ahead and start gluing stuff down. I'm going to bring this over that way, and these will go kind of like so, like they're sort of buttoning down that side. But I want to do the photos next. They're matted on thick paper, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move them more this way. Line them up on the same line, and I'm going to do the bottom one about the same distance from the top, or from the bottom as that one is from the top. And then this one will go right smack in the middle. No, it won't. This needs to go up higher. I miscalculated. And this needs to go down lower. Trying to keep it lined up with that line, and it's kind of an optical delusion there. Whoops. Okay, so now this one can get placed right in the middle. I'm going to do these. Let me line them up. I'll take the flare off. I'll get these lined up. 2, 3, 4, 5. So what I am going to do here, kind of put them, I'll line this one up at the same distance from the top that or from the bottom that the photo is. I don't know if that's actually accurate. And I'm going to do, I think, let's get that, I think that goes here. And then let me put the middle one in the middle, and it would be, that would be about the middle of that photo. And then we'll place the others kind of eyeball those, and this one already has some glue on it. So let's do, now see, that seems a lot farther apart from there. Not quite sure what I did wrong, but I'm going to bring this down a bit, and then I'll bring this down a bit. And you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to give myself some grace on this, because there's, it's not, I'm going to move this up just a tiny bit. Make sure it's lined up with the same line. Move this one up and this one up. and I think I'm okay. I need to get some I'm sorry, I have to get up because my arm doesn't work. I'm gonna get, that's not the tape I'm looking for. I'm looking for this tape. And I'll have to cut enough to put a square in each of these flares. Let me get that pushed back so that I can move this forward. I knew something was off there. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put the music in the middle one. I'm going to try to get it kind of smack in the middle. I'll do, there's one newspaper that's a little bit more yellowed than the other, so I'll try to alternate those. Put the not so yellowed next to the it's not quite as yellowed as this one or this one. These were the last release of Dottie About Flare, or the Flare Hut as it's now known, before they kind of stopped taking orders. And I kind of had them separate from a lot of my other flares. Okay, so now I'm going to kind of lay out, like I'm thinking of a panel of different stickers. I want, like I said, I want life is a journey, enjoy the ride, and I'm going to put that right here by journey. And I'm going to put it on a piece of foam that's kind of on the outer part. Put that there, and then I want to do the You Are My Jam down here by Steve Miller, because how do I say this? I'm okay. I was okay with Journey. Don't know much or care much for most of what I'm familiar with on of Def Leppard. Not my generation of music, shall we say, but Steve Miller, somehow, though he was popular in the same time frame, kind of hit our generation a little bit, kind of. Let's see, get this bicycle off. And the bicycle is kind of doesn't have much significance with the layout. It's just kind of a pretty image. And so I'm going to use it that way and let it somewhat overlap on the other stickers. And the typewriter is kind of the same. It's sort of a reference to something to write home about, kind of thing, kind of idea. Let me get this up, and I'm gonna put, I didn't think I'd have to put foam on that, behind that wheel, but I do. And so I will. All right. And now it's not pushing anything down. I'm going to look for some other image that might work. I don't think there's anything on this sheet that I need to use on this page. I could use this always, maybe in conjunction with You're My Jam. And I need to get some foam over here to get this, get behind this. So here I'm just going to kind of fill in. I'll pick the large elements, and so I'm going to go. I'm out hunting for larger elements to go there. I like this hello, and I might work that in somehow. But let's look at some of these. There is another another bicycle. I like this, Just a Girl Who Decided to Go for It. And smile, it's the prettiest thing you have on. I like the big heart with the star, so that's a possibility, and I know I'm going to use the typewriter. Let's see. I don't think there's anything there. I don't think there's anything here. Another bicycle, if you can believe it. There's a wish come true thing. So beautiful. Not going to use anything from here, I don't think. Wow, did I just do that? Sorry about that. And I'm going to push this back, and there goes the power strip. I'm not happy with how precariously that is sitting on here. I used to have it a different, everything's changed since all the stereo stuff broke. Okay, here's a thankful. There's also a series of triangles there that I kind of like. I'll keep that. I don't think there's anything from here. I do like the hello. There's hello probably 7 or 8 times on this sticker sheet. I'm going to put that away, and that's about, this hello is about all I'm going to use from there. Let me get a sticker there. And a strip here. I really like doing the scrap backwards pages. The process isn't what I use for every page, but it's a nice it's a nice process to use when you're kind of wanting to stash bust. And I'm going to be so proud and so happy to be done with this sticker sheet. I've been schlepping it around for way too long. Let me get a piece of foam. This one was on the floor a minute ago, so let's use that. Little bit of black showing. Okay, and I can go here, and then I'm thinking, let's put these little tiny flowers in a few of the open spaces. I'm going to put this one right there. And I've got this little bit which could kind of go here to fill in. And look at this, all done. This is from Day in the Life by Echo Park. One of my favorite collections. I love the colors, I love the papers, I loved that collection, and I've used it a lot. And that sticker sheet kind of finishes a lot of what I'd planned to use. So I'm going to put this here on some foam, and then I'll find something smaller to go in there. Just a random pattern of embellishments down this side that you can kind of have make sense, but if you know anything about me at all, you know that it doesn't bother me to use random things, whether they quote unquote make sense or not, because to me everything kind of makes sense. I'm going to use this diamond here, or maybe here. Just, there's another one. I like that because it sort of brings in some of the darker colors. It kind of has this, and this makes sense, which is okay. Again, a little bit hanging over. Just cut that, and I'm gonna kind of put that right there. Now, I'm going to go back to this sheet, and I like the hello. I like this, you are the best. How about the OMG here? That's kind of cool. I honestly didn't expect to see Def Leppard in person. Glad I got a chance to. I'm gonna put that right there and let it overlap the photo, and then that still leaves me room for something right up in here. And let's see what else we have. I like the good vibes, I like the ticket that says weekend vibes right here. I like that a lot. And I'm just going to put it on a small bit of foam. And then I can put something there. And I have some, here's the word yay. I'm actually going to take this little flower and put it here. And I'm going to use this that says yay right there. And I will get some tape. Where's the tape? Oh, don't want to lose it. I'll get this narrow tape. This is very much like a layout that I might do for Calvin Ball, just a random selection of embellishments. Okay. And I'm kind of I'm making sure that if I introduce a new color scheme, something that's not quite, doesn't exactly match the last thing I used, I repeat a few of those elements. So you'll have several places where you'll get that kind of salmon pink that's here. And then what I need to do is bring in something with this pink right here, and the challenge that Adam and I were going to do with this week's, I maybe should have mentioned this before, but the challenge we were going to do is to make our own embellishments. And in a way, that's kind of what I did there. I'm putting a thank you here because these tickets to this concert were my birthday gift from James. So that's kind of the thank you there. And what I think I'm going to do is take some of those scraps. I'm needing to cut another piece. That narrow bit under there has this a little bit unstable. So if I put another piece behind it, it'll be level. And level and stable are things that I strive for and don't always achieve in scrapbook pages and life. So, I kind of like this. Like I said, I like this arrow, and so I think I'm going to use the arrow there, but I have an eyeball that I want to use. So let's see how this works. see where I can put that eye. So if I do this, I can now put the eyeball kind of right there. And so I just need a little bit of this. And then I think we're done, except for the pink things I'm going to do. What I'm going to do with those is use my die cutter and die cut some shapes out of that pink paper, those pink paper scraps, this paper right here, and I will tuck those into some of these spaces. So that will be my adherence to that challenge. Now I do have some pink stars that I thought I might use. I can put the small one here and a small one there, and maybe a large one here, and then maybe what I do here is different stars all around there. So I'm thinking that's my plan, and you won't be able to see it now because I didn't decide it until just now, and of course I can't die cut. You know, if I edited my videos and had any production quality at all, I could merge in. I could go do the die cutting and then add it on and let things dry and come back, and you know, there are many ways that, but I do them more on a real-time basis, because when I started out, that's kind of what the feedback I got was, that people liked that it seemed more like a live class. There are some times that I wish I did more editing and more production work, but then I wouldn't be able to make as many videos. So it's kind of a trade-off, I think. Okay, let's see what else we have that might be useful from here. I'm not seeing anything there. I kind of like these things. What I wish I had here are maybe some embellishments to put on here. And I'm not seeing anything there. There's the insides of this. This has an alpha on this sticker sheet, and the insides of the alphas have these little hearts, little circles with hearts. And so I'm going to pull those and kind of randomly place them on the flare. I kind of like that, actually. Let me get this bright pink. Okay, so we've kind of got a few of those things there. I like this little yellow banner. And I think I want to use it there. And I don't, oh, here, a black tag that has music notes on it. And where would this want to go? This might want to go here or here, here. I'm going to overlay it on the typewriter. Not sure if that makes any sense at all. And if it doesn't, I probably will like it better. Let's see. And I like that there's the sunburst pattern on the paper. It also does not bother me that you can't see it. I wonder if I just put it there. I didn't peel the backing off. I thought I had peeled the backing off, but it's apparently not sticking. Okay, so there. And then, like I said, I'll run some stars made out of that pink paper down that side. And I have some little tiny multicolored dots. That I think I can scatter about. They're not pulling off the paper very easily, so I may do a few more of these off camera. I know you're anxious to get back to your life, and so I'll stop the video after one more of these. Let me get a hot pink one. They're not coming off the backing, and that means it's going to be hard to get them to stick, so I'll do this off camera. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. I think Scrappy Adam has a real treat in store for us. What he was describing to me sounded just awesome, so I can't wait to see it. Thanks for watching, and I hope you'll catch Scrappy Adam. I'll include a link in my description box. You can hop right to his channel, and we'll be both be posting in the Facebook group. So, bye.